Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll talk about roles in Azure Active Directory. So let's start the video. First of all, we'll cover the theory part, then we'll see the practical. So in Microsoft Entra ID, roles define what permission a user or a group has in your organization directory. So this directory basically indicates to the Azure tenant when you assign a role to a user or a group, we give them access to some application and actions. Like they can now create and update particular services, or they can log into particular platform and use particular services. So that's why we need roles in Azure Active Directory. If you are assigning any role to group, then all the users under that group will get that particular permission. Now let's talk about types of roles in Azure Active Directory. First one is directory roles or Azure Active Directory roles. These are all built-in roles that is already available in Azure Active Directory. These will give you permission to manage your Azure Active Directory tenant and the connected resources. Azure Active Directory permissions like creating users, updating groups, deleting users, all these work that are related to Azure Active Directory tenant, that permission can be given using these directory roles and also connected resources. Now these connected resources indicates to different applications like SharePoint, Team Service or any custom built-in application. Then you can give the authentication access to that particular application using these directory roles. So basically that means that if you have any Microsoft application or you build some application that is connected to your Azure Active Directory tenant, then you can provide authentication access using these Azure Active Directory roles. Now let's look at some example of Azure Active Directory roles. First one is Global Administrator. Now this role has full control over Azure Active Directory and other Microsoft services. Then User Administrator. This will help you to create, update and delete user accounts. Then Group Administrator. This will help you to manage settings and membership of groups. Use case of these Azure AD roles is managing identity, security and access in your tenant. Basically inside your tenant, who can access what services, that will be defined using this Azure AD roles. Now let's move to the second one. If you already study about Azure Portal, then you know what is RBAC roles. These roles are built in and to give user access based on their role, and using these role you can manage Azure resources like virtual machine, storage account and networks. Some examples are a owner of the subscription can have the full control of the Azure subscription or resource group. Then contributor can create and manage resources and reader can only view the resources. Now let's move to the practical section and see how you can practically apply it. So currently I am in my Azure Active Directory, and from here click on roles and administrator, and from here you can see all the built-in roles that are available. Now some roles from these are privileged. So basically privileged role can be given to someone for a particular time or just in time. From here you can create your own custom role, but I can't create it because you need Microsoft Entra ID premium license for this. Currently I don't have it, so I can't create any custom role. So we'll see only how we can use these built-in roles. Now let's go back to our home page, and from here click on users. Now click on any user to which we want to provide any role. From here click on assign roles. Currently we don't provide any role to this user. To provide, click on add assignments, and from here you can provide directory roles. From here choose a role which we want to provide to this user. So I'll choose the application administrative role, which can create and manage all aspects of app, registers and enterprise app. Now click on add. Now refresh this page. Okay, so we successfully assigned this built-in directory role to this user Bob. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this video, and if you learned something new throughout this video, then make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.